Hey, were you raised with the expression or taught the expression of put up or shut up? Mm. Well, if you're an ageless goddess, most likely you probably have. And the thing is, what I have found is that professional women, conscious professional women that I work with at work, not a problem. They definitely express and they don't put up with they tell it like it is. They state their opinion, and it doesn't matter if it's in a meeting with one other person, a committee meeting, a board meeting, a public meeting. They speak up. They've got it. Yet at home, it can be a completely different story. So here's three examples. One is you're at home, you've finished, you've made dinner, your adult son comes home to eat and goes through some things like some mail that has been piling up and notices something and tosses it on the table to you. He says, "Here, Mom, take care of that." And you look at it and it's his car insurance. Why isn't he throwing it at you? And maybe you've just gotten home from work again and you've barely set your purse down or taken off your shoes when your stepdaughter-in-law comes in and says, "Oh, good, Grandma, you're home. I'm going out for some coffee. The baby's asleep. Would you watch her? Thanks for watching her." And you're like, "Wait a minute." You're like still catching your breath, and she's out the door, and she's left you with babysitting duties multiple times. Or you notice on your phone that your sister has just texted you again, only this time it's about when she and her family are available to celebrate a holiday or some sort of event. And no question about, well, let me know if this will work or let me know if this will work for your family. No, this is what she expects. And you're supposed to be the one that simply agrees. Thing is, you've put up with it. You've shut up about it for so long now. She just expects it. Well, if you can relate to this, I certainly know that I've had these experiences, and so many of my clients have. In fact, those are three exact examples. And the thing of it is that you don't know is that I learned a way through working on myself and with training and so forth that that's a thing of the past in my life. I've got to the other side. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Catherine Walters, and I'm an intuitive ignition catalyst. And I help professional, conscious, ageless goddesses, you could be working or retired, to step into their spiritual independence, where they're the ones that call the show about their life. They've finished with the conditioning and the programming, and to have authentic self expression without people pleasing, overgiving, or minimizing. So let me ask you a question. When those sort of scenarios that I shared, real life examples actually, how does that make you feel if something like that would happen in your life? Discounted, disrespected, unappreciated? Put a heart emoji in the comments or reply back to me with a heart for this email post to so that I know, yeah, you felt it in your heart too. And what I have learned from working on myself and working on many clients with some of these same issues is that there are three elements that you want to keep in mind. In fact, you need to keep them forefront in your mind with family members, especially because you're fine at work. You're cool at work, not so much at home. And the first thing is it starts with you. Mhm. If you want to feel appreciated, valued, respected, honored, loved, it starts with you. Mm-hmm. It's like take your pointer finger pointed at you. The second thing is that You need to speak your truth. Forget the put up and shut up thing. It's speaking up. People are waiting for you to speak your truth. Otherwise, they just figure they know it. And the third thing is to set boundaries. Mm-hmm. You may have heard this expression before, but the more you say no to someone else or something else, the more you say yes to yourself. And so to summarize all of that, it comes back full circle in that it starts with you. You say yes to yourself. You set boundaries and you speak up, you speak your truth so that you either putting it out there, which is speaking your truth, but do you really want to shut up? Does that make you feel good? Well, I think we all know the answer to that one. And so if you know that you are finished, you are done with feeling disrespected and unappreciated and undervalued by your family, and you are ready to feel respected and honored and appreciated because you know in your heart you deserve it. You don't have to work for it. It's a given. It's part of who you are. And that you also know that you're the role model. You're the example in your family for how each other, everyone in your family treats one another. And that includes extended family. And so when you know that you want to speak up, you need to speak up. And it's definitely essential that you do because you want to feel good about yourself. You want to feel valued and appreciated and loved. And you also know that you want to co-create and have mutually respected and loving, caring relationships with everyone in your life, including your family. You are not somebody they just command to do something for. You're not their waitress or their dishwasher or their babysitter. You're a valuable being. You're a contributor to the family, a major one, in fact. And yet, the other piece is that you're actually secretly embarrassed because you know better and you haven't taken care of this before now. Then we need to talk because I truly know from the experience and with working with women that this is not acceptable. And we as women were like denied and taught not to speak up. And so we want to have a balance between the masculine and the feminine approach to living life. And it starts with women because we're the most open and receptive. And yet I know you probably know even that. And you've read books and tried. And it didn't work, so maybe you gave up. Or you've been in therapy, or you've taken like anger management courses or read books on assertiveness and setting boundaries and all. Gosh, you've been there, done that. I know you have. I know you've worked really hard on yourself. And yet this is still happening. And so what I invite you to do again is to have a conversation with me, because we will look at where where you get stuck, where you don't speak up. And even though your intuition wants you to, and the words are right there, but they just don't come out. And we'll help you find a way for at least a next step, to having authentic self-expression, to starting with you and to valuing you so that you have the courage and the love for your own self, that you do speak up, that you can speak up, and not just do it all at once. We'll take it in a way that works for you in a unique approach It's not a cookie cutter where I do the same thing with everyone. It's a unique approach that will help you. And you know what the really interesting thing is it's just, it'll only take some energetic tweaks, some little pieces of the puzzle that you don't know, and nobody probably ever mentioned to you, that I do know, and we'll fill those gaps in so that you can feel loved, valued, appreciated, respected, because it's past time. You deserve that and have always deserved that. So again, the link is below, I should say, to sign up to have a conversation with me, and we'll chat about what's going on and what your vision, your dream is of how you want to be able to speak up and live your life everywhere, not only at work, not at home, but a totally combined, fully self-expressed, powerful woman that you are everywhere you are. So I look forward to talking with you soon. Love and blessings until then. Namaste.